quick. I think she's actually probably not too bad off. Swarm subtype, swarm subtype, swarm subtype. Okay, so she takes. So the swarm. We'll say she doesn't land in the middle of it because it is a 20-foot swarm, and there's like, I think it's just one rat swarm that's under there. Yeah, one rat swarm. And they will act last on the initiative after the orcs. So, this other hobgoblin is going to 5, 10, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Take a shot at Indiana. This is not so impressive. Modifier 15. I don't think it's Indiana. He does not hit the bard. No, the bard is 20 AC, so no, it won't hit the bard. Okay, and then it will be the orc's turn. Who will 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oof. Orcs are kind of in an ugly position here. 35. We're going to have to double move. 40, 40, 45, 50, 55. Okay. So the orc actually threatens 2 of the characters. Actually, only one of the characters with his reach, and that's the wizard, which is a good person to harass. And the bard isn't too far behind, so the other hobgoblins are there. What else can we do? Well, this orc really can't do much. 5, 10, 15, 20, 9, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Yeah, we don't want to end our turn next to that. Okay. Just thought of something. Okay, anyway. After that, actually I skipped the owlbear, but that's okay, because I don't think he's going to be able to do much. Well, he's stuck in the pit. So let's roll that real quick. What is your climb? Your climb is nothing. You're not going to make it, pal. I'm sorry to say. It's actually impossible for the owlbear to climb because he's relying on raw strength modifier to climb, and it's only a +4, and he needs a 20, I think it's a 25, so he's got to roll a 21 or better on the 20-sided die. Not going to happen. So we're not going to worry about him until the spell ends, like some rounds from now. So that was everybody. The rat swarm, we're going to say, goes over Tusky, and I think swarms, I don't use too many swarms. They're a pain in the butt in their work, I think. Like every time you turn around, I gotta look up the swarm. Where the swarm rolls. I don't like them very much. I'll use them if I put through it, but end of their move, no attack roll needed. So Tusky is actually going to take an automatic D6. And I think it's a fortitude save versus distraction. Which actually isn't too bad. I believe it's distraction. I'm not wrong. Sorry, I'm not terribly entertaining. I do apologize for that. It's very dry. So I was really hoping for like some audience participation. Actually, doesn't say. Okay. Universal Monster Rule, I think. It is a 4-2, so which Tuskie's actually good at, so she might not do too bad. Tuskie has a +8 on her fort save. Yeah, she's not suffering distraction. Okay, so we're back to the top of the round. Things aren't looking too great. So Buffs, first thing Buffs is going to do is she is going to I have spells. Let's see. Good 5-foot shift and cast haste. In fact, I think we're going to do that. Yeah, she'll 5-foot shift and she'll cast haste on everyone. How far are you from her? No two of which can be how many feet apart? Probably 30 feet. Actually, I know I can't get Tuskie. She's not line of sight anyway, so never mind. So yeah, she'll cast haste. Thinking Grumpy and Indiana are pretty much just gonna straight up slaughter this orc here, given a chance. So yeah, she'll cast haste, and they will get their own special halo. It will be yellow to indicate that they're hasted. You know, I think I skipped Indiana Bardo too. Last turn. That's why you have to keep up with your. Actually, no, he went over the ropes, so he's not skipped at all. Never mind, I'm being silly. All right. So she 5-foot shifts out. She's relying on them to kill the orc. This is kind of a risky strategy, a bit of a risk-reward going on here. And yeah, she's basically trying to deal with the numbers, and there aren't very many numbers to deal with here. There's only like the 2 hobgoblins and 2 orcs to deal with. The owlbear can be dealt with by itself later. She doesn't know about the adept just yet. The adept will pop out, you know, next round, depending, no matter how what goes, and start dealing with things. Yeah. So she's basically leveraging further action advantage. When they take full attacks, they're going to just straight up slaughter probably this orc and this hobgoblin. Maybe this hobgoblin too. Probably going to target this orc more likely, because this hobgoblin's probably going to start taking shots at Tuskie. They want to get Tuskie out of the pit, but she's not a priority because Tuskie isn't dead yet, and more importantly, these enemies are right here and they can cause us problems. So this is a bit of a, I call it a bit of triage here. We can save Tuskie, but to do that we would have to get by these 3 bastards right here, and the owlbear is still there. This hobgoblin's still here. There's a rat swarm down there. So we have to eliminate as many of the threats as possible. Otherwise, if we're throwing a rope down to Tuskie so she can climb up, the person holding the rope is going to get shot at. They might just cut the rope. They're going to make you waste your time and continue to hurt them. So you kind of have to make some rough decisions here and there. Yeah, Buffs cast haste. And for Buffs is Rhaega, and Rhaega will go later. Now it's Bardo's turn. Now, I've been kind of ignoring Bardo. I think he hasn't really had much chance to shine. And because Tusky's song is still going, nothing really stopped her. They can still hear her. I don't think they have to see her. I'm pretty sure they just have to hear her, and they can hear her. There's nothing stopping them from hearing her with her Summoning performance, so these people should still get their buffs. The Indiana Bardo will activate his buff, which is his Archaeologist look. And he is going to start taking rapid shots. And he does have deadly aim, unlike his friend, the Ranger. So, just to give a quick calculation, he's sitting on 2 attacks at plus 13 with his Archaeologist luck and his his Archaeologist luck going. He'll have like 3 attacks at plus 13. I'm sorry, plus 14 because the haste and the Summoning performance and the thing. This is actually a good show of what's an article I really haven't covered. This is a good show of basically buffs stacking very well together. Tusky provides a competence bonus with her bardic music essentially, so that's his normal plus 9 to then plus 11. Buffs hasted him, so plus 11 turns to plus 12. And then he activates his own ability, which turns a plus 12 on the plus 14. So, really, really very strong, suddenly, that this Bard got. And he's got like 3 attacks. And I can't activate Arcane Strike this turn, even. That's actually going to have to wait. So, he's going to take a deadly aim at this Orc here, which is going to knock his attack down to plus 13. That will certainly hit. He's only wielding a short bow, sadly. Plus 3, plus 2, plus 2, plus... I think deadly aim is plus 2 at his level right now. I don't think he has plus 4. Actually, no, it's like he's actually swinging at plus 12. Never mind, he's got 4 BAB, so it's actually plus 4. And he only rolled 28 instead of 29. Not a big deal. So, 14 damage to this Orc on the first attack. I don't think he's going to survive long enough to make use of his falchion. Let's see, he's actually only got 12, 18, yeah, we're going to hit him again. Once more. Whoops, sorry. Correct, that's plus 12, 17. Yeah, dead. So a big Orc just died before I could do anything. And now, to talk about a point here. I know when I talked in my passive-aggressive article about how tanking is impossible, I want you to notice something. People who, especially people, the newer players, especially who like to go sword and board and like to mix it up in melee, I have not swung a single axe at this crowd yet. Everything has been ranged attacks. The Orcs haven't even gotten to use their falchions. This Hobgoblin will probably throw an Alchemist Fire. It doesn't even matter, because I'll probably continue to shoot him, because I'm not even casting spells, if he lives. But the point being is, see, we're kind of just leading them around. We know they're aggressive enemies. They know the Hobgoblins want to come and deal with us, get clear lines of fire and shoot at us. We know the Orcs have these big old falchions, and they just got big, and they want to come over here and use them on us. We know Owlbear is also an aggressive enemy, wants to come at us. The only really non-aggressive enemies in this fight aren't even here. There's Rhaega, who has been said not to join the fight for a couple rounds. She'll join next round, definitely. And the Goblin, who is climbing down the ladder and is probably going to make good his escape, because he sees just basically blood splatter everywhere as this group gets wiped out. The only person who's really in danger here is Tusky, because this Orc can just decide to jump down there and start hacking at her. Probably not going to do that because there's a rat swarm down there. The Hobgoblin will definitely start taking shots at her, for certain. But Bardo's turn isn't even done yet. He just single-handed, because of his combined buffs. This is a Bard, by the way, an Archaeologist Bard.